This week on Chuckload of Comics, we're talking about the new book, Star Wars, The Storms of Crait. Did you see The Last Jedi? Well, you probably know about Crait, that red salt planet at the end of the movie. Well, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about some Last Jedi stuff. So stick around, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is Chuckload of Comics. Hey, welcome to Chuckload of Comics. I'm Chuck Lindsay.
Shauna Lindsay.
Welcome back, everybody. We took a long break because of the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to 2018.
Almost.
Well, depending on when you're watching this show.
That's true.
It's going to be a good year, people. We're going to have a lot of fun this year.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of great movies are coming out this year.
I'm so excited.
And we're going to get right back into our old school comic book reviewing shows. And today is no exception. We're going to review this book right here, Star Wars, The Storms of Crait.
Awesome.
Just came out. You probably saw The Last Jedi. At the end of the movie, the Resistance fighters, they retreat to this little small planet, this little, with like red salt for soil and stuff. Well, that planet was called Crait. And this book kind of explains a little bit of the backstory on the planet. In the movie that Leia kind of was familiar with the planet
right.
a little bit.
She mentions like it's an abandoned rebel base.
Right.
Where it was an old,
So how does she know about this planet? Well, it's all in this book right here, and it's a really, really good book. But you can't talk about the comic book Star Wars Storms of Crait without talking about The Last Jedi.
That's right.
And it occurred to us, we never did a review of The Last Jedi. We're not going to do a review now,
No.
but you got to talk a little bit about this amazing movie.
Yeah.
We loved it.
I absolutely loved it, all you haters out there.
If you're on our any of our social media stuff, you know that we loved the movie. It was great. We saw it twice. It's one of those few movies that you see the second time and love it. Legitimately love it more the second time. And I understand that, and I also kind of understand some of you hardcore, die-hard Star Wars fans that didn't love the movie the first time you saw it.
Yeah.
But I strongly believe that this movie will eventually come around in your head after you've seen it a couple of times. If you've only seen it once, you owe it to yourself to see it a second time, because all those preconceived notions are out of your head. All those plots that you wrote in your head and those things that you wanted to see are gone, and now you can just focus on the movie itself. And Rian Johnson made a badass movie.
I think so too. I think he killed it.
He showed us stuff we've never seen before.
So cool.
New characters.
Introduced us to the Porgs.
Porg Nation.
Yes.
The Porgs, the little crystal foxes that you saw on the planet
cool.
Crait. Lots of fun new characters, lots of fun new storylines. He's moving the story forward. He's adding a lot to the canon of the Star Wars universe that nobody saw coming. And that's a good thing, because, newsflash, Star Wars is going to change.
It ain't going anywhere.
Not always going to be what you're used to seeing. Things are going to change. Things are going to look different. So, give it another shot. If you didn't like Last Jedi, let it grow on you, because I think it will.
I think so too. I mean, some of the interesting things that have come out, like all the old reviews of Empire when it first came out, how everybody hated it and they thought it was the worst movie ever, and now it's known as one of the best Star Wars movies of all time. So you just gotta let it grow on you, people.
That's how I see Last Jedi happen. Because I understand you people who didn't like it the first time. I get it. I understand what you're saying. I myself had some ideas, some things I wanted to see after seeing Force Awakens that I wanted to see in Last Jedi that I didn't get to see. I understand. Rian Johnson crumpled up the rule book and threw everything that JJ did out the window, and that pissed a lot of you people off. But give it another shot. I think you really like the movie. It'll grow on you, I promise. Enough about The Last Jedi. Let's talk about this comic book that we're here to not really review, but just kind of discuss. This just came out this week.
Yep.
It's a one-shot. It's a single story about the planet of Crait from the end of The Last Jedi, which we said before. It's by two guys named Ben Acker and Ben Blacker. Acker and Blacker. These guys, this was a partnership made in heaven. These guys were bound to get in touch with each other and make comic books. Acker and Blacker, fantastic writing. I really, really dug it. The art in this book, though.
Super cool.
Mike Mayhew, phenomenal artist.
Yeah.
He's actually a painter. He's not just a pen and ink comic book guy. He's actually a full-on painter.
You can tell.
And every page, the likenesses that he captures of young Princess Leia, young Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, the Holy Trinity, it looks exactly like him. It's wonderful,
crazy.
Wonderful recreations of what these people looked like in the original films.
Looks like oil paintings. Like
every page is a work of
yeah.
art. So if for the art alone you got to pick up this book. The story's great too. Basically, what happens is it takes place right after A New Hope. The Battle of Yavin, aka the destruction of the Death Star, has just occurred, and so now the rebels have to find a new base because the Empire knows where Yavin 4 is. They know where they are, so they gotta pick up and go. They gotta find a new base. So you see Mon Mothma, fan favorite character, talking to Princess Leia about where we're gonna find this new base. Well, Princess Leia suggests this planet called Crait, and Mon Mothma's not sure, so she sends Leia, Luke, and Han Solo and Chewie, and what's his name? Wedge Antilles.
Yeah.
All of them go on this little mission to check out Crait and see if it's worthy of being a rebel base. Mm-hmm. So they go, they check it out. They meet a really, really cool new character, a guy named Trusk Barentino or Baronato or something like that. Cool new character that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't know if he's in the books or if he's canon at all, but he's a really neat character that I'm hoping Acker and Blacker came up with on their own.
Yeah.
He's a friend of Leia's father. Mm-hmm. So they know each other. They go way back. Well, as they're on the planet and they're kind of just checking things out, they're seeing if it's worthy of being a base. You find out that Trusk has kind of betrayed him. He's sold him out to the Empire. He tells him that the stormtroopers are on their way. Well, what stormtroopers are on their way? The Scar Squadron is on their way.
What?
If you've been keeping up with the Star Wars comic book universe, you know Scar Squadron. They're the most elite of the elite of stormtroopers. They're the Green Berets, what are some other military badasses? The Navy SEALs of the Empire. So they come, and there's a lot of action, lots of battling. Scar Squadron, leader of Scar Squadron, actually has a lightsaber. Yeah. Again, if you're familiar with it. If you've never seen Luke Skywalker lightsaber fighting with a stormtrooper, you haven't lived. It's in this book. It's actually in another one of the Star Wars books too, but it's really good in this book.
Yeah.
What else happens? I mean, just so many fan favorite characters.
Yeah,
Mon Mothma is in here. Wedge Antilles and Luke are chit-chatting and stuff. They go off and do a survey mission. It's just fun to see Wedge in a comic book in a way you've never seen him before. And again, Mike Mayhew's, what makes the book so great and so believable is Mike Mayhew's art.
Yeah,
because Luke looks like Luke. Leia looks exactly like Leia. It's not like a cartoon representation. It looks like an oil painting of Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher.
It looks great.
Really sells it. It sells an already amazing story. The planet of Crait, there's not that much to say about it, because, A, you got to read the book, and B, you basically just find out that it is it's an abandoned mining planet. I guess they mine salt, I'm assuming.
Makes sense.
There are these cool worms that live underneath the earth that play a pretty big role in the end of the book. It's a neat planet. It was cool to see them on the ski speeders that you saw at the end of Last Jedi. They're all cruising around in those exact same ski speeders that you see on the cover of this book. This is actually the photo variant. This isn't the actual cover. This is a special variant cover. Thank you, Chicago Comics. But it's a really cool book. You should check it out, man.
Yeah. Are they doing more one-shots?
They are.
With this?
Good point. At the end of this book, they tease the next book. This is just a one-shot. It's a one-and-done story, but they tease at the end of this book, coming in January, is going to be a whole other book about
Benicio del Toro's
I can't remember his name. Benicio del Toro's character from Last Jedi. He's going to get his own book coming in January. And it's also being done, I think, by Mike Mayhew. I hope. Or no. It's been done by Acker and Blacker, but it's not going to be Mike Mayhew, unfortunately.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole new artist. But hey, that's cool, because it's another character I'd love to know more about.
Hopefully we get a good backstory and see what the heck he's all about.
Yep. So check it out, man. Star Wars, The Storms of Crait just came out this week. Go to your local comic book shop, pick it up. I think you're going to really like it.
I agree.
Sean, you got anything else?
No, you said it all.
All right. There were a lot of books that came out this week that we want to review. So I think we're going to wrap this one up and we're going to start another one. I think we're going to review this book. Phoenix Resurrection. We're going to shoot that one in just a second, so stick around. And click on this one also, because that one I can't wait to talk about.
That was killer.
So anyway, Happy New Year. Thanks for coming back.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you here every single Sunday in 2018.
That's
so hit that subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. If you like checking out comic book shows, check us out every week if you want to.
No, do it.
Or do it. Do it for somebody else.
Do it, yeah.
and for yourself.
That's right.
Anyway,
Love
thanks
yourself
for
more.
watching our Star Wars show. I'm Chuck Lindsay.
I'm Shauna Lindsay.
We'll see you here next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We got a lot of other good shows on the YouTube channel, so check them out. We got like that one and that one. Lots of good stuff. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button for more episodes every single week. See you later.